We're live.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's do it. This is how it should have been on episode 1.
Yes.
It should have been this way on episode 1.
All right, just make sure. See, look, this is the camera. Say hi.
Hey.
Say hi to all these people.
Hi. No one's listening.
There's people. There's people.
No one's gonna listen.
No
yet.
one's listening.
Not yet.
No one's listening.
Nothing yet. Can you get the cigars out, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, my name's Brian.
And I'm Andrew.
No.
Yes.
No. It's so stupid.
What?
Listen, my name's Brian. This is the Anfield Humidor, right? I did an episode, what, maybe 2 days ago? 2 days ago.
So now you're a pro.
No.
Oh.
No. I did an episode 2 days ago. I did it by myself because every time I talk to this guy, he wouldn't. I'm looking at. Every time I look at this, I look over here.
But it's audio.
It's
You're not
audio.
using the video.
I am. It's on YouTube.
Oh, it is
The
on
other
YouTube?
one's on YouTube already. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yes. So you gotta.
You sent me the SoundCloud
So you
link.
look like a dirtbag.
I do. I do. I look pretty bad.
What was I saying?
Something about the Anfield Humidor, episode 1.
Oh yes. Okay. So I did episode 1 by myself, and I talked for like 25 minutes, and then I text this guy. I showed him, I showed you what I did, and you got mad at me.
What was my first text back when you sent me?
How could you do this? Is all separate text things. How could you do this without me?
Yeah. How can you do it without me?
Yeah.
So we've been planning something. A podcast on something. Is it going to be about cigars? We don't know. Is it going to be about whiskey? We don't know. Is it going to be about Liverpool? Probably. We knew that was always going to be involved.
I'm going to go ahead and say definitely about
We
Liverpool.
knew that was always going to be involved.
Anfield is in the name.
And we've been planning it forever. Went out, he purchased a GoPro.
Can you explain?
So
Can you explain the hate purchase?
So
Wait. I'm sorry.
you asked me a question.
Before we get into that, what just happened? What just happened?
Oh, we won the Super Cup.
We won the Super Cup.
Yeah.
We just finished watching the
That was
penalty
awesome.
kick.
Oh, it was so good.
But teaser, we'll talk about that in a little bit. They say it in like broadcasting, you got to give them teasers.
Teasers? All right. Soon to come, Super Cup.
I'm probably blowing the levels. Okay, tell them the hate purchase.
A hate purchase. So a hate purchase is when you are in an argument with your significant other, or anybody, rather, you go out and out of pure anger, you purchase something out of a selfish nature for yourself.
Yes.
That has nothing to do with...
There you go.
Good cut. Thank you.
No, it's not a great cut. What are we smoking?
We are smoking Partagas, the Flor de Tobaccos. What is this? Where'd you get this? Jersey Smokes?
Jersey Smokes. Partagas.
Plug Jersey Smokes if you want to sponsor.
No, they'd have to pay. I got this at 7-Eleven.
No, you didn't.
No, Jersey Smokes. Jersey Smokes. Partagas, since 1845. This is Flor de Tabacos. This is called Black Label. It doesn't say it on it.
Oh, okay.
But it's Partagas, Black Label. Here, let's get it in the camera.
It's so slow. You're like,
sorry. This is
slow motion.
This is, hey people, listen. This is our first time doing this.
You're gonna get quality, but just not yet. They're gonna get quality.
No.
They are gonna get quality.
No. So yesterday, or 2 days ago, I did the first podcast, and that was Liverpool, Norwich City, first Premier League game. And it was a pretty, I talked for 25 minutes, 26 minutes. It was pretty, even, kept it going. When it's me and him, train wreck. It's going to be a train wreck every time.
I think it's going to be...
Okay, the camera, it just fell. We still good?
I think we're good.
I think we're good. We're not. This is not getting cut.
No, you're keeping that on there.
This is staying in, people. This is staying in. For those of you listening,
Quality GoPro mount right there.
for those of you listening, the GoPro just fell from the windshield of the car. All right.
I think I saw that on Comedians in Cars.
Did you really?
No, never happened.
never
They're,
happened?
They're quality.
Well, they're professionals. They're professionals. This is not a professional situation.
We got to bring it all the way back to the beginning here.
We do, yeah.
So you started this without me.
I did.
We planned this for a long time. We planned getting together. We looked at spots that would maybe allow us to film.
We did. We looked at cigar shops.
You jumped the gun. Hate purchased a GoPro.
Right.
Hate purchased a GoPro mount.
Yes.
Hate purchased a microphone mount.
Yeah.
Took a pre-existing microphone from a failed YouTube channel.
Uh-huh.
Just kidding.
No, you're right.
And you did episode 1 in your car, not smoking,
Yes.
Without me.
Without you.
That's a failure for
Yeah.
episode 1.
Yeah.
I would say we should delete it, but you won't let me.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep it on there, but we're not gonna call it episode 1. We're gonna call it like the introduction or
All right.
something else.
You got it.
Something other
I'm okay
than,
with that.
You're
but
okay with that?
I want episode 1 to be episode
You
1.
want this to be episode 1? This has been train wreck so far.
That's
No,
the
it's
best.
been
That's the
great.
way to start it off.
It is.
I think that's the best way to start
Absolutely.
it off. Natural.
I totally agree. All right, let's see what I got here. Let's see. All right, so. All right, since I don't know, okay, I don't know how this is going to go, right?
Okay.
We're going to at least do this. I'm going to give you my 3 highlights of last season. All right?
Okay.
That's going to be at the end of this. At the end of the whole thing, when we have nothing else to talk about, I'm going to give you the 3 highlights from the 2018-19 season. And these are going to be like specific highlights. They're not going to be like, it could be a goal, but these are like specific things that happened in a game or after a game that are the 3 highlights.
Okay.
All right?
Of the entire season.
Of the entire season. And it has to do with the games.
Okay.
All right?
Premier League season and
Anything that Liverpool had to do with, all right?
Okay.
I want you on the fly, and you don't have to worry about it yet. I want you on the fly to think about the 3 best moments of us hanging out together. The 3 best moments have to do with Liverpool.
Okay.
And be specific, very specific. It could be like peeing on the soccer balls inside Carragher's.
So wait, the 3 best. Okay.
The 3 best moments you and I have had together.
Got it.
Being Liverpool fans.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
So you got it. Okay.
Got it.
All right. He's got it. So that's what we're gonna do. We'll do that at the end. Other than that, let's see. Yeah. Other than that, I got nothing.
All right.
I got a couple comments on the game.
Do you know what's crazy?
What's up?
Is I see this little notes that you have to guide the discussion.
They're
the first
horrible.
one is train wreck of a podcast.
Yeah.
The thing fell off the ceiling.
Yeah.
It literally, this schedule
Yeah.
is happening
Okay,
in
first
real
of all,
life.
you're giving away my secrets by saying that was the first one.
Yeah.
Okay, that was supposed to be spontaneous, me saying that.
But it's not.
It's not.
You already
No,
said
it was planned.
Did you plan that falling?
I didn't plan the fall.
That would have been
That
clutch
would've been
planning.
cool. Yeah. All right, so other than that, I got nothing else planned but the 3 teasers, and then we'll talk about this game. Did you watch the game closely enough? Here, light up your cigarette.
Today's game?
Yeah. Did you watch it closely enough to talk about it?
Yeah. I mean, I caught a lot of it. It seemed like the energy, Liverpool's energy, really came back in the extra time. Which the whole game wasn't the Liverpool that we saw last season. They didn't look all together defensively. They had a couple really good attacks. Oxley didn't touch the ball.
Yeah.
He had nothing working for him.
Yeah.
But once extra time came and Klopp made some solid subs.
Okay.
Extra time.
Yeah.
Extra time.
So the 30-minute, the 2:15.
The 2:15 minutes extra time. Once that happened,
Right.
they came alive. They came alive offensively. They looked really good.
Yeah.
So I watched all of the extra time. I watched most of the second half.
Right.
And then I watched all of the second half extra time, and then the last 9 penalty kicks. I missed the first one.
You missed the first
2. It was 2-2.
first 3. It was
First
2-1.
It was 2-1.
was
So
2-1
the
when I
last
showed up.
so the last 7 penalty kicks I saw.
Yeah, you would have seen more of the penalty kicks if you were at the Starbucks that I thought you were going to be at. But you just said Starbucks on Route 9. Guess what, people? In an effort to make money, Starbucks, they made more than one location.
How's this look with the smoke?
They made the smoke is going crazy here. Let's lower some windows. There is no air in this truck right now. Let's lower these windows. That's great. This is a hot box right here.
That's what it looks like.
So I think your assessment of that is kind of right on. I think that the first
right here. This is the move.
That's the move. Okay.
That's the move. Blow outside, cigar up in the air.
Yeah. I think that the first half. I'm gonna look at the camera a little bit.
Okay. Good luck.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. I think that the first half, that wasn't Liverpool.
No.
That was like, even like, all right. So Liverpool. I said this in the last podcast. Liverpool, they thrive on pressing, winning tackles, and being direct with
Attack.
Obviously, yeah, constantly attack.
There's constant attack.
But also just being so direct and constantly pressing the other team no matter what. And they win. They win a lot of tackles.
Yeah.
You know, they go 50-50 with someone, they often win.
Yeah.
So I remember on multiple occasions in the first half of that game that I saw Van Dijk. I think it was the goal. Was it? Who scored? Yeah, Giroud scored the first goal. It was a pass. Okay, for everyone listening, once again, the GoPro fell. You know what it is? I think it's this. I think it's that.
All right.
All right, let's stick this on. Sorry, everyone. Can you, what was I saying? Okay. How do we think about that?
Just like it was.
Just like it was. All right. So that's inevitably going to fall again. So every like 15 minutes, it'll fall. That'll be kind of a staple of the podcast, right? / YouTube videos, whatever the heck we call this. So I think that goal, you had Fabinho on that goal following Pulisic. Christian Pulisic, I think his name is. He's the American.
Yep.
Fabinho was the only one following that guy because I think maybe Fabinho got beat and he's like, I'm not letting this guy get by me. So he runs back. He's following him. You had Van Dijk. Who else? Two other guys. I assume Gomez.
It was Gomez.
Whoever it was. No one pushed up. That's a communication problem.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have to have at least one or two guys.
They always have their stuff together.
They always have their stuff together.
At the end of last season, they were so dialed in with each other.
Yes.
As Virgil just commanding those two back, it was the back corners. It was nuts.
Yes.
And just the beginning of that game wasn't Liverpool fashion. You would say
the very beginning was decent.
Yeah, a couple solid attacks.
The very beginning was decent, and then it just everything about the game. I don't think you can blame just one person. I think everything about that game, no one's passes were sharp. In any part of the game, the whole game, no one's passes were sharp. It just wasn't. They just had an off day, and they won.
And the one thing we're not mentioning,
what,
is they won without the best goalie in soccer.
Yeah,
they won with Adrian. How do you say his name?
Spider. Ugh.
How do you say his name?
Adrian? I think it's Adrian. Adrian.
All right, so Adrian.
It's Adrian.
He looked...
What do you think about his performance?
Oh, I mean, it's hard to say he was bad after he saved one of the penalty kicks. You know?
Look at this.
How good...
Look at this. Oh, I got a drip. I got a hole in the coffee. This is not good.
This literally is.
This is not good. This is a complete...
A train wreck.
Can you explain what I'm doing, please? Because no one can see.
He has a hole in the bottom of his Starbucks plastic coffee cup.
You gotta drink it fast, people. You gotta drink it fast.
He's sitting outside like this, chugging his coffee from the bottom. Oh my goodness. You said you're not gonna edit this?
No.
How on earth are you not gonna edit this?
This is it. This is unedited. This is what these people pay for. These people pay...
Just a nice car.
Yeah, not bad. We're not sponsored by that company, so we ain't even mentioning the brand.
Nope.
We ain't even mentioning it.
Can't talk about it.
Can't talk about it.
Can't talk about it.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the theme of this whole podcast, videos, whatever, unedited. Unless something like if a camera falls.
Yeah.
No, that's definitely not going to be edited.
We gotta get that out of there.
Yeah, that can't happen.
We gotta fix that.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna fall soon.
If I put the camera right there, I've driven with it. It doesn't fall. I think it's because it's sitting right there.
All right.
So, we were talking about Adrian's
performance. It's. I wonder what the percentage of penalty kicks saved are. It's got to be low. It's got to be. It's got to be.
You mean just in general?
10%.
You mean just in general?
I would say 10%.
Yeah. Oh, it's very low. It's very
saved.
Low. I can't. I keep spilling my coffee, everybody. And I just bought this truck. I mean, it's a used truck, but I've been really trying my best to keep it clean. I bought a trash can for it. And in the span of the last 14 minutes, it's gotten dirtier than it's ever been. And I'm
still haven't talked about Adrian's performance.
I'm stressed out about it. Okay, back to Adrian. Back to Liverpool. Listen, people, this is what this is going to be. It's going to be, we just talk about whatever we want. All right? But go ahead, the performance. You were talking about percentages of penalty saved.
So I guess the disheartening thing was he was good. He made a couple really good saves.
He did.
And you said it well too, his distribution of the ball.
Yeah.
Compared to Alisson.
Yes.
We're comparing it to Alisson Becker.
We are.
Which is really tough to do. But his distribution of the ball was a little weak. He had a couple good saves. Those goals against him, I could honestly say Allison would have saved those.
I don't know about that.
I
don't remember them enough, but I don't think the Giroud one he would have saved unless he was positioned differently.
That's it, though.
Yeah,
that's it.
I know,
That's all. That's the game.
It's
That's
so true.
That's what it is to be a goalie.
Yeah.
It's positioning.
Yes.
And it's distribution.
Yes.
And both of those things he missed a little bit.
A little bit.
But then the second half goal, or the second goal in extra time.
Yes. For Chelsea?
For Chelsea was a penalty kick. It was that penalty?
Which wasn't a penalty.
Which wasn't a penalty.
I don't think so.
Hey.
All right, let's bring up this point, okay? Let's bring up this point if you want. If you want to get political.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Don't talk about a woman ref.
No. I'm gonna be very fair. I'm gonna be very fair with this.
Okay.
I think she had a good game. Honestly.
Plus, she did great.
I think the main ref.
The linesman messed up more than she did.
Yes, but the main ref, she looked like a pretty little woman.
Yeah.
Like, she's got these guys screaming at her. Number one, guys screaming at her, which she needs to be able to take. If she's gonna want to ref these games, you have to be able to handle that. She's also a woman, which actually legitimately makes it harder for her, because. And right after the game, they mentioned this right on BR Football. They're doing better. But
yeah,
they said, as the first woman ref of this European thing, blah blah blah. How do you think she did? She's getting unfairly judged.
Yeah.
Anytime you say, oh, this is the first women's ref, or even if it's a nationality, oh, this is the first Norwegian ref, and they mess up, you're gonna be like, Norwegians suck, you know.
Shout out, Marius.
Full disclosure, Norwegians do suck.
Yeah.
No, I'm only kidding. I love you, Marius. We gotta tell Marius about this.
Yeah, he'll listen.
All right, so that's how I feel about the women. I think she did a great job. However, that call she made with the penalty kick, it happened in front of her, but she was kind of hidden.
Yeah.
All right, and she made the call. Fair play to her. She made the call, and now it goes to VAR. Do you think VAR was a little easy on her?
Yeah.
Because she's a woman.
Yeah.
And they don't want the first woman to do this,
to have an overturn.
And all of that is crap.
Yeah.
Absolute crap. You shouldn't care.
Just do it.
Just do it.
If VAR is the standard, don't bend the standard.
It fell again, everybody. It fell. All right, I'm gonna make it good this time. Keep talking. Hold my cigar. Keep talking.
If VAR is the standard,
yes.
If you're now making VAR the standard of soccer,
right?
Hold to that standard.
Right.
Don't bend the standard to make somebody comfortable, to make somebody's performance be better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If that's the rule, follow the rule.
Yeah.
Don't change it.
I agree.
I don't like VAR anyway.
Oh, I hate it. Ugh.
Ruins the game.
It does ruin the game. I gotta put it over here, I think. All right, everyone. I'm putting the camera back on. The camera's back on. It's a little more closer to me, but you know,
we're good. You're the
we're
host.
gonna have to. Yeah, we're gonna have to deal. Oh, thank you. Cheers. Yeah. So I totally agree with you.
So back to what we were saying is that
Okay.
second the penalty kick. Watching his poor performance defending that, those aren't easy. But he kind of fell to the right. It didn't look like.
Oh, you mean the penalty kick, not the PKs at the end of the game?
No, I'm talking about that penalty kick.
Yeah, he got totally owned.
But the redemption of that save on the last one. I mean, mind you, who took the last penalty kick for Chelsea?
I'm not sure.
You don't know?
No, I'm not sure.
He shot it directly at him, and those are
was a little bit to the side.
kind of, but it was still directly at him.
And Adrian said, "All right, I'm just gonna watch this one this time.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna go in any direction.
Yep,
I'm just gonna watch it."
But who knows what would happen if he didn't save that one? You know. That was a clutch. That was a clutch. That was the 10th kick.
Absolutely. And you know what? I don't know where he came from. Oh no, he came from West Ham, I believe. Can you look that up?
Yeah.
So listen, people. I've said this in the last podcast. We are not qualified to be judging.
I think we are.
To be judging soccer. You think we are?
I think we are.
All right, but there's a lot of things that we don't know. We haven't been fans for that long. We're kind of reading this as we see it. We don't know every player. Blah blah blah. So anything we don't know, we're just gonna look up. Yeah, I think he came from, I think it was West Ham. And then I think the announcer said something like he was training with the a Spanish league, but like Division 6 for a while.
Yeah.
And now look at him. Now he's got to step up and replace his shoes.
Becker, yep.
So hey, guess what? I think you take all that into consideration. I think he did a darn good job. You know, and I think he deserves, you know, some praise for sure. For sure. All right, Andrew's looking this up.
He played with Real Betis.
Real Betis.
He started.
So that's not La Liga, but that's a Spanish team.
That's La Liga.
It's La Liga, like Division 1?
Yeah.
Oh.
Real Betis. Yeah.
So maybe they meant not 6th division, they meant 6th place, a 6th place team or something?
Yeah, well, he played with Betis.
Okay.
Which is in La Liga.
Okay.
Yeah, came up through their farm system.
Okay.
Went out on loan. Got traded to West Ham.
Yeah.
You were right.
All right.
Spent 4 years in West Ham.
Okay.
And now he's with Liverpool.
Now he's Liverpool, okay. And he is Liverpool's number 2.
Number 2.
Right? Number 2 keeper at this point. But yeah, I mean, that goes to show you.
But we won. We won the Super Cup.
Yeah.
We won the Super Cup.
Absolutely.
And it wasn't a Premier League game.
Yep.
Our Premier League performance, we have 4-1.
Yeah.
We won 4-1. I would love to win 4-0 like Man U, but we won 4-1.
Yes. Did you?
And it would have been, again, I mean, back to Adrian.
Uh-huh.
You know, would you love to see a 4-0 shutout after losing Allison so early in the game?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. But, you know, we got 3 points.
Did you catch any of that game?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah. I mean, I watched the highlights.
Yeah.
I know it. I got to be more. I got to be there.
Well,
it's just tough.
If you're, you got to get your app situation right. That
It's
way
tough.
you can watch the replays.
Well, I'm just borrowing logins right now.
That's okay.
I'm just kind of borrowing. I mean, I pay for Netflix, and then everything else, and Spotify, and everything else I just borrow.
And speaking of Spotify, the Anfield Humidor is now on Spotify.
Woo!
It's on Spotify.
For the real episode 1.
For the real, that's right. This is the real episode 1. Maybe we'll I'll rename that one to the fake episode 1. How about that?
I like
that's
that.
pretty good, right? Fake
Yeah, we'll do that.
episode 1.
Fake episode 1. Real episode 1.
Okay, so now we talked about the game.
Yep.
We'll get back to the game a little bit. You listened to my first one.
Yeah, it was good.
You
was
liked
good.
it?
I mean,
can you just rip me apart, please? Go ahead, rip me apart.
Rip you apart?
Rip me apart.
It's not funny if you want it.
No, it's not as funny.
But no, you were good. I mean, for not doing a ton of public speaking. Like, you're not a professional public speaker. I'm not a professional public speaker. But the desire to podcast comes with, you have to be good at it.
Yeah.
If you talking like that for 25 minutes uninterrupted, that was your episode 1? That's great. That's great. I hope we can continue that.
Yeah.
That being said, though, you come in as a... You gotta praise first, then criticize. Praise first, then criticize. That being said, you stated a lot of facts, and you talked about a lot of goals. You didn't know who scored them. You didn't know when they were scored, so how are people gonna know what you're talking about? There was this one pass that Trent is great at those long crosses, but at some point during that 90-minute game, you gotta look through yourself. At some point, Trent did this fake cross to a real pass to cut right. That was good, but we got to get timestamps. We got to figure it out. We'll get there. It's a growing.
We don't need timestamps.
It's a growing art. Yeah, just be like, hey man, 60 second around the 62nd minute. Remember, we got to watch those games with a little more desire. Like we watch as fans, we are chanting our heads off.
Yes.
And every single run down the wing from Robbo, my heart is jumping.
I know.
People that do this,
yes,
watch it as a soccer analyst.
Yep.
There's a different style in watching that game.
I tell you what, I actually tried to do that today.
It's a little tough.
It's tough.
It's a little tough.
It's really
because
tough.
Because you're rooting with your heart.
Those guys, the Anfield Rap guys, I mean, mind you, they've been doing it for a long time.
They're amazing.
They've been doing it for a long time, and they also, each of them have their own strengths.
Yeah.
But man, they know the game so much more than we do.
They're great. They're a great podcast.
But that's not what our podcast is about.
No, ours is about the camera falling off the ceiling, jokes, laughing at each other.
Yes.
Cigars, whiskey, hangouts.
Yes.
What else?
And we are truly friends.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, that's really cool.
Yeah.
It's also so funny. Whenever I listen to podcasts and someone has a guest on that they are not friends with, I actually don't like the podcast. I actually can sense, and you know, number one comes to mind is Joe Rogan. When he's obviously a great host, obviously.
I would say the best.
One of the best.
I would say, no,
when he's
arguably next to Howard Stern, I would say I've never heard any, and I've listened to a lot of interviews, I've never heard any interviewer get so much truth and reality from an interviewee.
Yes.
Like the way Rogan breaks down those personal walls.
Yes.
And just gets people to talk.
And he makes people comfortable.
Oh my goodness. It's an art.
But again,
it's an art.
All that being said, when he has a guest on that he doesn't know or is not friends with, you know, when he has a comedian on that he's friends with, those are my favorite just because you can sense the chemistry.
Yeah.
You know, now obviously he's a great interviewer because even the ones that he doesn't have chemistry with, he gets. I mean, he did the Bernie Sanders one And
Joe Rogan probably said 40 words.
exactly,
That whole podcast.
exactly. But he did a good job.
Which is, though, to his credit, why have Bernie on? He had Bernie on, and Rogan said it too. He said, the freedom of Bernie was so constricted by debate times. He could never talk.
Yes.
Rogan gave him a free platform.
Yes.
To just talk through it. And mind you, Bernie Sanders is a crock. He's crazy. He's crazy. He's actually crazy.
All right, so you're gonna put your political views ahead on this.
100%.
Okay.
And hopefully I feel like people that listen to podcasts will listen to both sides.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying if you like Bernie, you're a crock. I'm saying he's a crock.
Okay.
Because he is. He's a crazy, crocky creep. He's not a good man. Now.
And
that being
does
said,
anyone hear that? We're sitting outside of a Starbucks drive-through.
That being said, though,
go ahead.
He did such a good job at giving Bernie a platform.
Yeah, for sure.
So to be able to do that, it's just the dude's a legend.
Yeah,
the art that he displays in an hour and 40-minute episode.
All right, that's
is nuts.
enough. That's enough talking about other people's podcasts because this is the best one.
Yeah,
this is the best
podcast.
This is the best podcast around.
Wow.
No, that's completely false.
That's a load of crock.
That's more crock than Bernie Sanders.
Yeah,
right there.
absolutely. Yeah, he has more validity to that than.
Oh, well, that's great. Anything else to say about that game? About that game or the Norwich City game? Or do you think we've covered everything?
I mean, we didn't cover anything.
No, we didn't cover anything. Let me just quickly check if there's anything else I could say. Oh, I did want to say, I think it was smart that he started that back four. All right, so the back four.
No. You like Trent coming in second half?
Well, listen.
Go ahead.
This was my theory, and this could be way off. The back four he started, in my mind, all right, he replaces Trent with Gomez. Right? And which means Matip can play.
Yep.
And Matip, man, he did so great last season. Given the role that he had to play because Gomez got injured.
Yep.
He did great. So I think it's kind of cool that he got to get a full playing time in, right?
Yeah.
Which that might not have happened. Trent got to rest, and Gomez, because Gomez has been just a little shaky. I think good. Keep him playing.
Yeah.
So I just thought that was smart. Whether that worked out,
I like Trent.
How
Trent
important
so much.
Oh, me too.
I just want to see Trent in the game full 90 every time.
Yeah, I agree.
He's,
and what's the first thing we're gonna do when we go to Liverpool?
Go see
in
that
December.
mural. They painted a Trent Alexander. What does it say? What does it say? I'm just a guy from Liverpool who's living his dream, or something like that. It's amazing. Oh, Trent. He's got my heart, man.
I know,
love
me
Trent.
too.
I love Trent.
Everybody loves Trent. Okay, everybody does. All right, where's the thing go? Sorry, I'm looking through my phone, people. I'm looking through my phone. We'll get this together. We'll get this tight. This is not tight right now.
I
We'll
think
get
so.
it.
I
We'll
think
get it.
so.
You think it's pretty tight?
I think so.
yeah.
I don't think it's tight, but I think it's
so
great.
Two things left to say because this is 28 minutes now.
Okay.
How long do you think this should be? I have a number in mind.
Maybe 42 minutes.
42. I like an hour.
That's a lot of talking.
I like an hour, but can we do an hour every time?
We could, but it would be nonsense.
It would be.
Because I will see. Here's the thing.
So what
I
you're
won't
saying
get
is
tired of talking, and I won't get tired of doing this. But when does what we say start to lose interest?
Yeah.
Because do you really want to listen to that?
Yeah.
Or do you want to listen to a well-composed conversation?
Yes.
Which
Yes.
I would like both.
I like both.
I think a little balance of both
Absolutely.
is good. I think a little balance of both is
Yeah,
good.
again, I'm sorry to bring up the Joe Rogan podcast again, but there's a lot of nonsense on that one. There's a lot of good stuff in that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this ain't gonna be the Anfield rap. I'll tell you that much.
No way.
This ain't gonna be that type of
why we changed it.
knowledge. That's why we changed it to the Anfield Humidor, because we're degenerates. All right, so let's get to my 3 highlights, and then after the 3 highlights, we got one more thing just to talk about.
Okay.
Do you remember?
Which
one
one?
more thing to talk about at the very end that has nothing to do with soccer
No.
that we had to look up?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Did you look it up?
Yeah, I have the
Okay.
definition. So we'll find that.
We'll find that. We'll talk about
We'll
it.
talk about it because I want to figure out what it is.
All right, so-
we'll figure it out together. I think that'd be funny to film us figuring it out together.
Yeah, it'd be great. So what everyone's been waiting for, all of our fans, all of our fans,
Each and every
one of them. The only people listening to this are maybe the Starbucks lady who can overhear us from the... My 3 highlights from the 2018-19 season,
Okay.
and you tell me if you agree with this.
Okay.
And then you're going to tell me your 3 highlights, and they could be on the fly.
Of our fandom.
Of our fandom, yeah.
Okay.
Number 1 is when Klopp ran out into the field, gave Allison a hug after Origi scored against Everton.
Oh,
in
that was
stoppage time.
That was so beautiful. That was when Allison came to do the goal kick. He came out almost to midfield. He was almost at midfield for that goal kick.
Yep.
Oh, that was beautiful.
So
was that the header that bounced off the?
Yes.
It bounced off the top post like 8 times.
In either it was either stoppage time or it was the 88th minute.
It was the 90. It was the 92nd minute.
Oh, that's so.
It was stoppage time.
Anyway, I just love how he ran out into the field against his better judgment, right? Because I think he got fined for that.
Yeah.
Right. He got fined.
Yep.
He couldn't contain himself, ran out, and I love that he hugged Allison. That's so cool because he realizes how important his kick was.
Yeah.
I think is that when he kicked it? That's when Virgil van Dijk swiped at it.
Yep.
It was the ugliest thing.
Yep.
But then, hey, Origi was there to...
Divock Origi. I heard that too. I guess it's just going to be a podcast of chanting. I heard that last time.
Oh, yeah, you like that?
All right, so highlight 1, Klopp's hug.
But that's not number 1, that's number 3.
Okay, that's 3.
That's 3.
That's the third. All right,
Number 2.
Great. That's great.
Number 2, and this is a toss-up between 1 and 2, this one. I almost dropped my cherry on my leg.
Just a mess.
This is a toss-up, all right? Post-match win against 4-0 win against Barcelona in the Champions League. All right?
Henderson?
Yes. The post-match interview of Henderson, and specifically...
That wasn't against Barcelona.
It was.
Tottenham.
That was Barcelona.
Was it the Henderson?
No, this is against Barca. So, post-match, right? Against
yes,
Barca.
you're right. I'm sorry.
Can I speak?
The 4-1 win.
Okay, thank you.
Go ahead.
All right, so the post-match, right? Hendo finally, the interviewer on the field finally gets Hendo. And he asks Hendo a question, how was the game, whatever it was. And Hendo just puts his hands on his head or whatever he does, and he goes, it was unbelievable. Unbelievable. And when he says unbelievable, the cop in the background, that's when they're singing You'll Never Walk Alone.
Yeah.
That's when Walk On, as he's saying unbelievable.
I got goosebumps. I got goosebumps.
Me too. I'm getting goosebumps right now just talking about that.
Yeah.
It was like that was choreographed or written. I mean, that was so unbelievable. I watched that I don't know. I can't even say how many times. I watched that whole game maybe 12 times. And I watched that last 12 minutes post-match, on the field stuff.
20 times.
Oh my goodness, 20 times.
Oh, it was so good.
So that's my number 2. And that's like...
Can we just talk about that for 2 seconds?
Go ahead.
How that interview goes down as, for me, probably the best. No, for me, definitely the best. The best post-game interview of any sport, of any player.
Wow.
For 2 reasons.
Okay.
The real emotion displayed.
Right.
The real emotion displayed by the captain.
Yes.
By Henderson.
Yes.
The real emotion.
Yes.
And the fact that interview could have meant nothing if Liverpool didn't go on to win.
Right.
It had what that 4-1 win, the impossible.
Yes.
They were written off completely.
Yes. They were written off
completely,
but not by
after
them.
the 4-0.
Not by the Liverpool team.
Yeah, no.
They played that game like they were going to win from the start.
But I'm saying when we lost 4-0 in Barca. 3-0 in Barca.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm sorry. 3-0 in Barca. And then came back and won 4-1.
Right.
That 4-1 comeback wouldn't have been one of the best comebacks in soccer if we 4-0. Oh god, I'm all over the place.
And you give me crap for not knowing anything.
It's all right. Listen, it fell off the thing 3 times. It's a work in progress. But the fact that they came back and did that.
Yes.
And then from that went on to win the Champions League.
Yes.
That's what validated that interview for me.
100%.
How amazing that story is.
100%.
So just to kind of insert a little commentary.
If they didn't win the Champions League, I think all 3 of my highlights are still the same highlights. Even though I know you're saying it's not as big if they don't win it, they're still the highlights.
Yeah, no, I know.
Okay.
I agree. I'm just saying the validation that the Champions Cup really gave us.
Champions League. All right, I'll stop.
Okay.
What
do they raise?
What?
The trophy? What is?
I think it's called an urn. It's an urn.
Cool.
With all the ashes of the teams they beat.
Cool. Got it.
Anyway, that's my number 2. Number 1 is them singing "You'll Never Walk Alone," arm in arm.
Yeah.
Same game.
Yeah. Same game.
And it's funny. These are my 3 highlights, and we won the Champions League.
Yeah.
They're still my highlights. No, they're kind of different. They're kind of different. Champions League win, was just so insane, and I'll kind of let you take over with that one because that's going to be your 3.
The Champions League win?
Well, we were at Carragher's.
Yeah,
in New
listen,
York
don't
City.
ruin my 3.
I don't want to ruin your
I got to
3.
do it on the fly, so I don't want to start brainstorming.
All right, so on the fly,
Okay.
All right. I don't know if you have anything in your head.
I don't, but
All right.
I think I'm going to formulate
Do you want to start with the best one because that might be the easiest, or do you want to start third?
I'm going to start third because I have my best one in my head.
You do.
Yeah, I do have my best.
All right. Now,
so my third.
Okay.
So you're asking me, just to clarify the question, my top 3 favorite moments of us together in my growing love for Liverpool.
Yes.
So far.
Yes. And it could be anything, Andrew.
Yep.
Anything.
Anything. Okay. So number 3.
Number 3.
My third favorite moment in our Liverpool fandom.
Make sure this is something that can be on camera.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
I will.
We're angels. Don't worry.
So what developed my love for Liverpool is we went to an international friendly. Liverpool came, and we went to, I believe, Giants Stadium.
Yeah.
MetLife Stadium in North Jersey, home of the New York Giants. But we went there to see a real team play. And the entire time getting ready for that game, I was trying to learn the chants, memorize these chants.
Because that's kind of when you became a fan.
Yeah.
He's only been a fan for
a year and a half.
You became a fan, but after Liverpool lost the Champions League final.
Yeah.
You didn't know anything about
right
that
after.
game.
Well, I watched it enough times. Replayed. But
right.
Yeah, I didn't watch
you
that
weren't
game
a fan.
live.
All I'm saying is you weren't a fan.
I didn't see the Carious heartbreak live.
Yes.
I had to watch the replays
Yes.
after I realized they lost.
Yeah.
But so I'm learning these chants. I'm trying to memorize these chants. I'm listening to him in the car. I'm listening to him. I'm reading the words. He's sending me lyric videos. So we go to this friendly in America, and the chanting was good. We had a solid "You'll Never Walk Alone." We had a really good couple of chants. There was a really bad poor Scouser Tommy in there, but we had some really good chants. And we won the game. It was against Real Madrid. And we won the game 2-1.
2-1.
2-1, we won that game.
I believe so.
And the chanting was going on down the halls. We were still there taking photos of the field. We wanted to be a part of it. And we didn't want the chanting to stop. So this guy, we all had to go and take a piss after the game. So, and I have a video, and I hope maybe we could throw it on there. Maybe just a clip of you doing it real quick
We'll throw it on YouTube.
Just a timestamp.
Yeah.
He is chanting, "Oh, win the Reds," while he is peeing in a urinal in a bathroom where there is no chanting going on at all. A full bathroom of quiet. And you're there sitting, and I have it on my phone. Sitting, I got you from the back. Sitting peeing, or standing peeing, yelling back, "Oh, win the Reds!" It is the funniest memory I have of you. So that's probably number 3. That's my third favorite memory of us. Of our Liverpool.
All right, I like
fandom.
that because
that's my third.
That might be my third, but I'm not sure yet. Keep going.
All right, number 2, and it's hard to not have it.
Yeah.
"You'll Never Walk Alone" in Anfield.
Oh yes.
That is we went to Anfield. We watched the 4-3 win over Crystal Palace last year.
I think that was in January, right?
January 18th, 19th?
19th, I think.
January 19th last year we were there. And we got cop seats, sat in the cop, figured it out, faked our identities. We got it. We have an in.
Well,
now we have an in.
No, we had an in back then too.
Oh, now we
Wink,
have an
wink.
in. Now we have an in.
Yeah, we do have an in now.
So that "You'll Never Walk Alone," when the music cuts and you and me are standing there holding scarves, rocking back and forth to "You'll Never Walk Alone" was amazing. I have goosebumps now.
And what's so amazing about that is you also experienced "You'll Never Walk Alone" at MetLife.
Yeah.
And you thought that was cool.
Yeah.
And you know what? In all honesty, that was my first live "You'll Never Walk Alone." Letters right there. I think, right?
Yeah.
Because were Liverpool in the States the previous year? I forget.
You might have missed the beginning.
I don't think I went.
So "You'll Never Walk Alone" in the cop with you in England, spontaneous trip, 42 hours out of the country just to see a Crystal Palace game. That "You'll Never Walk Alone" solidifies it as number 2.
Now, just quick question. Yep. Loudness wise, how do you compare the MetLife "You'll Never Walk Alone"?
I would say the MetLife was a solid 5.
Okay, and what would you call Anfield?
10. It was ringing.
Yes.
I have videos of it on my phone.
It's the whole stadium
where the sound cuts out because it can't record that high.
Or they stop it on purpose.
No, not that one. I'm saying when I'm recording my video, the iPhone sound kind of gets the speaker. You know how the speaker vibrates and it kind of cuts it out. I would say it's a 10. It's so loud. It's so loud.
All right, so that's number 2.
That's 2.
Can I guess your number 1, or do you just want to go?
You can go ahead.
All right, this is my guess of what his number 1 is. and I think it has to do with benches.
It has to do with benches.
It has to do with
It has
benches.
to do with
Okay, I'll
benches.
take it away, Andrew, because it's my number one as well.
We went to Carragher's to watch the Liverpool final.
And
Carragher's is the official fan club. Yes,
Nope.
it is.
Nope.
Unofficial?
11 Street Bar is official.
Oh, so
Carragher's not
Carragher's
official.
isn't official. So it's
No.
a non-official
Yeah.
fan club, but it's the more popular fan club.
Yes.
In New York City, Liverpool bar, they have 2 bars.
Yeah.
They have Carragher's home bar, which we were at a couple weeks ago,
Yep.
and then they have the boot room. Now we bought tickets.
The boot room is not at Carragher's though. It's in a completely different
it's
part
a
of the city.
different part of the city, but they're
Yes.
in relation.
Yes.
They sell tickets to each other's events.
Yes.
So we went to the boot room to watch this live with a bunch of drunk Liverpool fans. And we watched Champions League final. The chanting was amazing. The atmosphere was amazing. I don't remember the game at all. I had to watch the game afterwards, not because I was drunk, but because I wasn't even looking at the television.
I know.
I was looking at the chants. I was rocking back and forth. I was picking you up.
It's funny you say that, because we were looking at the television,
Yeah.
but we don't.
I don't
remember
remember
the
it.
game. Yes,
I
I'm
don't
with
remember.
you.
I remember Mo Salah's
How many times?
penalty.
How many times did I get on your shoulders?
Probably 4 or 5. 4 or 5 times on my shoulders chanting. So we win the Champions League.
Right.
We are the champions.
Champions of Europe.
So we win the Champions League, and the place explodes when that whistle's blown. The place explodes. We are picking up pitchers of beer, throwing them in the roof. We were jumping up on each other. I hugged probably 100 random sweaty men.
Sweaty men. Yup.
And my favorite memory of us together, and probably my favorite memory in my life,
And this kid
has a kid.
has a kid.
I've been married, and this is close to being number 2, but it's number 1. We were chanting "Ale, ale, ale" for about 45 minutes after that game was won. And there was a point in time where we won the game. The place did not empty out a little bit. It was full still. Nobody
Yes.
wanted to leave. And we're chanting "Ale, ale, ale" in the side bar. And we get up on these 2 benches, on like you're looking at the wall of liquor, like at the bar. There's a bartender right there. We stand up on the bar seats, the benches in front of the bar,
Up against a wall.
up against a wall with our backs to the wall, and there is a bar full of people.
Yes.
And we are leading "Ale, ale, ale" in this bar right after the Champions League, with sweaty heads covered in beer and spit and sweat, and it was incredible. And I just remember, this is my memory, is we are mid "Ale, ale, ale."
This is the number one.
This
right
is the
here.
number one right
Yeah,
here.
Yeah.
Mid "Ale, ale, ale," screaming at these people filming us.
Everyone's phone was out.
And I wipe my head like this and just look to my left, and you're doing the same thing.
Yes.
Because we are tired and we are sweaty and we've had beer, and it's just, I look at you, sweat dripping from my head,
And
chanting
I'm,
"Ale, ale,
I'm
ale."
doing the same thing like this.
And there's something about that because we have such a desire to be involved with this
Yes.
chanting and this fandom, and it's just, that was awesome.
Yep.
So chanting "Ale, ale, ale" at the Carragher's affiliate bar, post Champions League final, right before you ripped down the ceiling fan. That was the best memory I've ever had in my life.
apologies to the boot room for
That
knocking
was the
that ceiling.
best. It was an accident.
That ceiling fan was hanging on by a thread. That's all I gotta say.
So
all I gotta say.
that's my top 3. I'm sure more will come.
Yeah.
I'm sure more will come maybe in December
Maybe in December.
when we go.
Yeah, we're trying to go to the Liverpool Everton.
Game.
Yep. First Merseyside derby.
Oh,
Yeah, that
but
was something else.
that's it. Yeah,
That's it.
Oh, man.
Well, I'm in full agreement with you on all 3. I think. I mean, maybe if I sat down and really thought about it, maybe one would change, but I doubt it. I doubt it.
I know it'd have to be something that was there.
Yeah.
Maybe experiencing it.
And you had to give You'll Never Walk Alone number 2 because hey, we sat in the cop.
sat in the cop, chanting You'll Never Walk Alone.
That was unbelievable.
Yeah.
This kid right here, only been a Liverpool fan for a year. He sat. I mean, he sat in the cop, which is just
Amazing.
people dream of doing that.
It's amazing.
People dream of doing that.
Yeah.
People who even live in Europe dream of doing that, and we got to do it. I mean, it was so surreal being there, so surreal, completely awesome, and I can't wait to do it again.
Nope.
And we're 44 minutes.
I was close. I told you what our ideal time
44
should be.
minutes. Do you want to talk about that thing, or do you want to save that for the next time? You want to talk about it?
I do. I
You
kind of just
want
want to figure it out.
All right.
I want to figure it out together.
All right,
Do you
so-
know what it is at all? Do you know what we're about to look
Not
up?
really.
Do you know what it means?
No,
Me neither.
Let me explain this. So in the quote unquote first episode, the fake first episode I did a couple days ago,
Uh-huh.
I also at the end of the podcast I gave a completely non-soccer related scenario or one of my theories. So we're gonna do that again, and maybe that'll be a segment where at the end we just do something non-soccer related. Let's not constrain ourselves to anything, but maybe.
Yeah.
All right, so we were just in Starbucks, and the word virtue signaling came up.
How?
I don't know.
I don't remember either.
Because you were complaining how slow the baristas were.
But you can't say anything
And you
because
can't
then you'll
say
trigger
anything?
them and they'll get mad.
You'll trigger them.
You'll trigger them. That's a word now.
And then I said, what's virtue signaling? I don't know why. Okay, we had a little technical difficulty there. Our GoPro just turned off for some reason. So it fell how many times?
3, 4.
It fell three times.
3 times.
And it turned off. So there's a couple kinks we got to work out. But we're not going to do the virtue signaling. I don't know if we got any of that on the previous one.
All right.
Or did you want to do it?
I don't. We
No,
can,
let's not. We
do
gotta
it.
go to work.
We gotta go to work.
So we'll pick up teaser. Teaser. We'll do that next time. So that's it, right? We got nothing else to say. You have anything else that you want to say?
Let's go, Liverpool, Southampton.
Southampton.
Let's
yeah.
go.
So that'll be our next video. We'll do
And
Liverpool.
get well soon, Allison.
Oh, yeah, for real.
Get well soon.
Get well soon. All right, so that's it. My name's Brian,
And I'm Andrew.
and that was the Anfield Humidor.
Woo!
Let's try it again, but let's say the Anfield Humidor together.
You want to do that?
All gay-like.
Let's do it.
Can I say gay?
No, bro, you can't do that anymore. All right, ready, go.
The world's it's too politically correct.
I know, but it's not. It doesn't mean that. It meant like.
Yeah, it means like you
Just
like it's
stop.
I know
stop,
you can't.
Stop. Your name's Brian, and I'm Andrew.
All right. My name's Brian,
And I'm Andrew.
and this was the Anfield Humidor.
I messed it up.
My name's Brian,
And I'm Andrew.
and this was the Anfield
Humidor.
Humidor. No, we're not doing that every time.
That's kind of lame.
That's so stupid. But guess what? All this staying in.